Hello everyone, it's Alexis here with another Master Duel video. So this is going to be a deck profile for the Unchained Evil Twin or Evil Twin Unchained deck that I showcased in my last replay video. This deck has become one of my favorite decks in all of Master Duel. It's so fun to play. The two decks work together so well, it's crazy. It just makes you feel so powerful and, well, evil. So the deck is mainly revolved around just destroying cards your opponent controls, using your opponent's cards to gain more resources, and just out-resourcing your opponent until really they surrender or you've beat them to death. So it's super fun, and I'm going to go ahead and jump on into it. So I'm going to start by going through the card names, card by card, in order, and then afterwards I'll go back through, if you want to stick around, and I'll explain each card, its purpose, and at the end show you, explain, the main combo for it, that kind of thing. So I'll have it broken up into chunks, that way you can skip ahead to, or, stop at wherever you need to. So starting off, we have 3 copies of Live Twin Kill, 3 copies of Live Twin Leela, 1 copy of Leela Treat, 1 copy of Kill Frost, 3 copies of Unchained Twins Aruha, 1 copy of Rakia, 2 copies of Sarama, 1 copy of Artifact Scythe, 2 copies of Lancia, 3 copies of Gamma Seal, the Sea Turtle Kaiju, 1 copy of Unchained Soul of Disasters, 2 copies of Abominable Unchained Soul, 2 copies of Parallel Exceed, 1 copy of Evil Twins Kill and Leela, 3 copies of Abomination's Prison, 3 copies of Secret Password, 1 Wailing of the Unchained Souls, 3 Live Twin Sunny Snitch, 2 Called by the Grave, 1 Escape of the Unchained, and 3 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. In the extra deck, we have 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Unchained Soul of Rage, IP Masquerena, Artifact Dagda, 3 copies of Evil Twin Kill, 3 copies of Evil Twin Leela, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Unchained Soul of Anguish, 1 Unchained Abomination, and 1 Access Kotaku. So now for the explanations. So starting with the Live Twin monsters, so Kill and Leela, when they're summoned, it's if you control no other monsters, it special summons the other one from your deck. So Kill, when this card is summoned, you can special summon 1 Leela monster from your hand or deck. That includes Leela Tree. Live Twin Leela does the same thing but for Kill, including Kill Frost. So normal summoning either of these is your main combo starter. And technically we play 12 copies of these because the spells search each other. So you basically have an 86% chance, and I used a calculator, a hypergeometric calculator to find that out. But you have an 86% chance of opening with at least one of these 6 cards that you need to be able to pull off your main Evil Twin combo. Their first effect doesn't really matter as much. Each time an opponent's monster declares an attack, you gain 500 life points. In this one, your opponent loses 500 life points. Treat and Frost, both of them have the same effect. If you control the opposite one on the field, you can special summon it from your hand. And then each one has a graveyard effect. For Treat, if any player takes battle damage from a battle involving an Evil Twin monster, banish this card from your graveyard. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the battle damage. And Frost, if you control an Evil Twin monster and your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, banish this card, draw 1 card. Their graveyard effects are not as useful as the fact that they are free extenders and that their names are Kill and Leela. We have Evil Twins Kill and Leela. Must be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by tributing 2 Link monsters, any 2 Link monsters. If this card is special summoned, if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, they must send cards to the graveyard so they only control 2 cards. Kind of works the same as Evenly Matched, so it gets around cards that can't be destroyed, cards that can't be targeted, all of that, it gets around those. A hard once per turn, and then if you have a Kisa Kill and Leela monster in your graveyard, its attack doubles, going up to 4,400. Typically, if you have this on the field, you have Kisa Kill or Leela, and that includes Tree, Frost, or either of the Link monsters. Basically, if you're summoning this, it has 4,400 attack. Next, we have the Unchained monsters. So, Unchained Aruda, the most important Unchained twin. Target a card you control. You're locked into Fiend monsters for the rest of the turn. Also, destroy the targeted card and special summon this from your hand. Free Extender destroys your Unchained Spell Trap cards, which gain advantage special summoning a monster from your deck, so you can get some real advantage off of that. If this card is destroyed by card effect, except for itself, or by battle, special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck. All 3 of the twins have that effect, so I won't go over that on the other 2, but if they are destroyed by a card effect other than themselves, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck other than itself. The next most important one is Sarama. You can target an Unchained card in your graveyard, so that includes monster spells and traps. Set it to your field, then destroy 1 card you control. You can destroy the exact same card that you just set to get its effect, because every single Unchained card has an effect to special summon an Unchained card when it's destroyed. So you can destroy the card that you just set, or you can destroy itself if you want to keep that card that you just set, but keep in mind, she won't get her special summon effect if she's destroyed by her own effect. Or you can destroy another card that you don't really have a use for. For example, Sunny Snitch, which is a continuous spell that stays on the field. So you can really gain some advantage off of her, as well as Aruda. The least useful one is Rakia, because it does not come with any kind of inherent advantage. Just as a quick effect, target a card you control, destroy it. That's it. So this one is only a one-off. It can come up, it's useful for its name, but other than that, it's not really... It's not as useful as the other 2. Unchained Soul of Disaster. The main thing that we use this for is you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon a Dark Link monster using that card and this card. So you can use your opponent's monster to Link summon, specifically to Link summon into Unchained Soul of Rage. You can also summon your Nightmare cards, IP Masquerena, assuming your opponent's monster is not Link, Dagda, Unicorn. You can go into all kinds of different cards with that. Well, I'm sorry, it has to be dark, so not the Nightmares. You can summon Unicorn, not Phoenix, not Cerberus. You can summon Masquerena, not Dagda. And you can summon Access Code Talker since it's a dark type. So you do have to summon a Dark Link monster for this effect, but there are plenty to summon. The one that you usually want to go into, though, is the Unchained Soul of Rage. Then we have Abominable Unchained Soul. Once per turn, if a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, and this is during either player's turn, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, discard a card, destroy a card on the field. And then once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there, you can special summon this card, replace it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. So this card, really good for recurring resources, for destroying cards. You definitely have a lot of discard fodder in this deck, because this isn't a hand vomit deck, what I like to call them. Decks that just vomit their entire hand onto the field to set up a board, or to go through their combos, and they don't have any more resources, they're left top decking. This deck keeps resources in the hand for you, so you will pretty much always have discard fodder for that. So Parallel Exceed is absolutely insane in this deck. If you have Parallel Exceed, just 1 copy of it, and your Live Twin combo, you have two, just from that right there, you have 2 disruptions during your opponent's turn, and you can destroy something during each end phase. It's crazy how much advantage this card gives you. If you link summon, you special summon this card from your hand to your zone that link monster points to. If this card is normal or special summon, you can summon another Parallel Exceed from your deck. You really only need 2 copies of it. You can easily bring it up to 3 if you want, if you have room for it, because it's only a normal rarity, so super easy to get. I just don't really have the room in my build for 3 of it, but you can definitely run 3 Parallel Exceed, just to make sure it's never dead. If you draw both Parallel Exceed in your opening hand, it's dead. You can't use that because it can only summon itself from the deck. You can still summon it itself as an extender, but I mean, I guess it's not too dead because it's well, actually, it is a hard once per turn. So yeah, if you draw 2 of them, your second one is dead. So I recommend playing 2. I haven't really encountered an issue where this is a dead card yet. So artifact cards. Artifact Lancia, of course, can be activated from the hand or field. During your opponent's turn, you tribute it from your hand or field. For the rest of the turn, neither player can banish cards. The current Tier 1 deck is Tri-Brigade. There's a lot of different variants of Tri-Brigade, but no matter what variant they're playing of Tri-Brigade, this card will shut them down completely. Tri-Brigade cannot play under Lancia. And Artifact Scythe is so good in this deck. So a lot of decks that tech in Artifact Scythe don't have a way to play it if it's in their hand. If you're playing Scythe and it's in your opening hand, it's pretty much a dead card. It's a Garnet. Most decks that play Scythe that tech it in need to be able to summon it from the deck, but this deck is different. Because this deck revolves around destroying cards, both yours and your opponent's, Scythe will never be a dead card, unless you're playing against like True Dracos or a deck that doesn't use the extra deck. Because Artifact Scythe, you can set it to your spell and trap zone. If it's destroyed during your opponent's turn, special summon it, and if you do, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. So there's a lot of super easy ways to destroy it in your spell and trap zone to just shut your opponent out from their extra deck. Gamma Seal, the best kaiju in my opinion because it has the lowest attack. You can realistically use any kaiju monster. There are a few normals or rarities, so you can use Radiant or Godarla if you don't have the super rare crafting tokens. I just recommend Gamma Seal because it has the lowest attack out of all of them, so you're not giving your opponent too good of a monster. Gamma Seal, special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field and attack position by attributing 1 monster they control. So if your opponent has a problematic monster that can negate your card effects, that is unaffected by card effects, that can't be destroyed, any kind of difficult to deal with monster, you can just tribute their monster, give them a kaiju, which you can deal with because it doesn't have any kind of protections on itself, and you can continue your plays. It's really good against Drytron because you can just tribute their Herald of Ultimateness. Because you're tributing as a cost, you're removing their Herald of Ultimateness before they can even use it to negate the kaiju, so that's good. This card or any kaiju also completely shuts down Sky Strikers. Because Gamma Seal is summoned to their main monster zone, it shuts down all of their spell trap cards, or spell cards, because Sky Striker's whole thing is you have to have no monsters in your main monster zone to be able to even activate the spell cards. If you give Sky Striker a kaiju, they can't really do anything unless they link off with it. Another benefit to kaiju in Sky Striker is Ray cannot be chained to that. So Ray activates, just let me show you real If a Sky Striker Link monster is destroyed by battle or leaves a field because of an opponent's card effect, special summon this card. So a lot of people, this card can basically push through any kind of disruption or destruction and keep building up resources. But if you kaiju their monster, that doesn't count as a card effect when you tribute them. So Ray becomes dead, all of their spell cards become dead. So kaiju is like the ultimate Sky Striker counter, aside from like Imperial Order. But this one's better because you can have 3 of it, and it's a lot more generic. So spell cards, Abomination's Prison, add any Unchained card from your deck to your hand. And then all of the Unchained spell trap cards have this effect. If it's set and destroyed, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. Typically, you'll want to summon Soul of Disaster or Abominable Unchained Soul, but you can also summon one of your twins depending on your situation. So this is really good. You definitely want 3 of that. Searches any Unchained cards, monster, spell, or trap. Wailing of the Unchained Soul. If you link summon an Unchained Link monster, target a card on the field, destroy it. That does come up sometimes if you draw this, and if you're able to use it, great. If not, set it and destroy with card effect to special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. Secret Passport. Add 1 Live Twin or Evil Twin spell trap card from your deck to your hand, or if you control Kill and Leela, you can add an Evil Twin monster to your hand instead. So this will search out your Evil Twin, Kill, Leela, if you control any combination of Kill and Leela. Now, if you do use it to search a spell trap card, this is the one you search. When this card is activated, add a Live Twin monster from your deck to your hand. So this can search this, and this can search these. Super good. And it's a continuous spell, so if you needed to, destroy with Arua, just to get an extra body on field, you can. But its other effect does come up in tournament settings. Each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you gain 200 life points, and your opponent takes 200 damage. That's really good in tournament settings because of time rulings. When the time limit runs out for the round, whatever turn you're on, you finish the end of that turn. At the end of that turn, whoever has the most life points wins the duel. So this card can help push you ahead of your opponent in life points when the game is really stalled or controlled, and just pushing you ahead a little bit wins you the duel. It's similar to how Sky Strikers will win a lot in tournaments because of time, because they have cards that they basically control the board state, survive long enough to have their opponent with less life points to win. So this card does come up in tournament play, but usually you'll just be able to destroy it with your own cards to gain advantage. Call by the Grave. We don't like hand traps, especially Max C. Your typical combo using your Live Twin monsters, doing the bare minimum for your combo, special summons 5 times. So if your opponent Max C's you, that's 5 draws you just gave them. So Call by the Grave, mainly going to be used to stop Max C. If you get hit with an Infinite Impermanence, Ash Blossom, or Effect Veiler, you can play around those, or you can play through those. For example, if you summon your Kill to use its effect, if that gets negated, as long as it's not destroyed. If it's destroyed, then you're not in as good of shape. But if it stays on the field, which it will if it's Effect Veiler, Impermanence, or Ash Blossom, if it stays on the field, you can still follow up using your Aura, your Lila, Lila Treat. So you can still kind of push through it, and you'll see that I do that in the replays if you watch my last video. Escape of the Unchained. Target an Unchained monster you control and a card on the field, destroy both. And then same thing as all the spell trap cards. If it's destroyed, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. This card not as important, so we only play 1 copy. This card though Special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or graveyard. That's crazy. You can also summon your Link monsters with this. It doesn't have any kind of restrictions. It doesn't negate their effects. It doesn't lock you into certain, it doesn't restrict your summoning at all. It doesn't cut their attack or anything. It's just a free, it's called the Haunted for this deck. It's just so free. And then you can even set it back to your field with Sarama after you use it, destroy it, special summon another Unchained monster, so you just get so much advantage off of it. Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. Pretty much everyone knows the Nightmare package. Cerberus, on summon, you discard a card to destroy a special summon monster. Phoenix, discard a card, destroy a spell or trap card. Unicorn, discard a card to shuffle a card on the field into the deck. What's really cool about these in this deck is it's super easy to co-link them. Not a lot of decks are able to do that when they summon these, so by co-linking them, you get extra advantage by being able to draw a card. If this card was co-linked when the effect was activated, you draw one card. And co-link just means it points to a link monster that also points to it. So for example, if you have your Phoenix pointing at Cerberus and Cerberus pointing at Phoenix, those are co-linked. IP Masquerena, during your opponent's main phase, link summon using materials you control, including this card, and a link monster using this card as material cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Artifact Dagda will set either of your artifacts from your deck on summon, which you can then destroy them using your own card effects to use their effect, whichever one you need. Unchained Soul of Rage. Quick effect. Use a special summon monster your opponent controls as link material to link summon. So this is super good. Typically the target you'll go into will be Unchained Soul of Anguish, but you can use it to summon any dark link monster. So you can summon Unicorn, IP Masquerena, you can summon Access Code Talker, Abomination. So you can link summon into any of your dark link monsters using their monster. And it can get a little scarier because you can use their monster, summon IP Masquerena, and then use Masquerena to link summon with another card you control into, like Abomination to protect it from card effects. So you can get a little crazy with that. And then you can even use its effect after you've summoned it with Chamber of the Unchained. So then we have Unchained Soul of Anguish. It does pretty much the same thing as Unchained Soul of Disaster, but it's not a quick effect. This one is a quick effect. This one is not. Target a monster your opponent controls, use it to link summon a dark link monster. Then we have the big main boss monster of this deck, Unchained Abomination. If a card on the field is destroyed by card effect, destroy a card on the field. When another monster is destroyed by battle, destroy a card on the field. During the end phase, destroy a card on the field. Potentially up to 3 card destructions per turn during either player's turn. It's wild. It's crazy. Especially paired with the Evil Twin cards, which is what we will go over now. Evil Twin Kisakill. 2 monsters including a Kisakill monster, so that's all of the pink ones. This card is special summoned and you control Leela, draw a card. During the main phase, if you do not control Leela, quick effect, special summon Leela from your graveyard. And then you're locked into feed monsters. Leela does the same thing, but the opposite. If it's special summon, and you have a Kisakill monster, you can destroy a card on the field. And if you do not control Kisakill, you can special summon Kisakill from your graveyard. So these 2 are your main ways of gaining advantage throughout the game, because they are quick effects. If you have this on your field and this in the grave during either player's turn, special summon it to draw a card. The reverse, special summon it to destroy a card. When you pair those with Unchained Abomination, it gets even crazier, because it's super easy to summon both of these, use Leela as one of the material for Abomination. Now you have Abomination and Kill. That's your ideal board. It's super consistent and super crazy. You can use Kill to summon Leela, destroy a card on the field. That triggers Abomination to destroy a second card on the field, and then during the end phase you can destroy a third card on the field. So you have three destructions during your opponent's turn, two of which are a quick effect. One of them is just during the end phase, which is great when you're dealing with back row because they can't be chained during the end phase. And then we have the access code talker, just because, but don't really expect to use it very much. I didn't at all. So that's it for explaining each card. Now we have the just kind of explaining the basic combo here. So say you have just Kill and nothing else. You normal summon Kill, use its effect to special summon either Leela or Leela Treat, and then you use them to link summon into one of your Link 2s. Whichever one you summon first is the one whose effect you will get first. So say you want to, so usually if you're going first, you'll want to draw a card. If you're going second, you'll want to destroy a card. So we'll say in a game where we're going first, so you have your Wife Twin Kill and Leela on the field, link summon Evil Twin Kill. Since you no longer control Leela, you can use Kill, special summon Leela from the graveyard. Use both of them to link summon Leela, your Evil Twin Leela. Now, you no longer control a Kill monster, so you can special summon your Link Kill from the graveyard, and when it's summoned, since you already control Leela, you draw one card. Then, you can use both of them if you don't have any other extenders in your hand. If you have no other extenders, you can use both of these cards to special summon or to link summon into another copy of one of them. Usually you'll want to summon another copy of Kill. So by now you would have used 2 copies of Kill, 1 copy of Leela, and now during your opponent's turn, you can use Kill, summon Leela, destroy a card on the field. This combo gets crazier if you do have extension, any extenders though. Treat, Frost, Aurora, and Parallel Exceed. Any of those can be extenders. All you need are a way to have 2 monsters on the field along with the 1 card Kill or Leela combo. So let's just use Parallel Exceed as an example. So same thing, you summon Kill, special summon Leela from the deck, link summon into your Kill. When you link summon, you summon your both of your Parallel Exceeds. So now you have 4 monsters on the field, or 3 monsters on the field, 2 Parallel Exceed and 1 Kill. Use Kill, summon Leela back, link summon into Leela. Use Leela, summon Kill back, draw a card. Now you've gone +1 as far as drawing, and you have 2 Link 2 monsters on the field and 2 non-Link monsters on the field. Then you use Kill and your Parallel Exceed to summon Unchained Abomination. You want to use Leela and your Parallel Exceed to go on Unchained Abomination. So your perfect ending board is 1 Abomination, 1 Kill. And that's how you get that combo that I was talking about, where during your opponent's turn you can summon Leela from the graveyard, destroy 2 cards, during the end phase destroy a card, and you just keep going off from there, and you just keep eating away at your opponent's resources more and more and more. If you want to see any of that in action, you can go look at the quick replays that I posted in the previous video. I will also have a link to that video down in the description below. Going forward though, I'm going to start a new series called Duel Analysis. One thing that I realized is showing the replays doesn't really teach you the deck. It's great for seeing the potential of the deck from a surface level, but you can't really learn how to play the deck just by watching a replay of it. So I'm starting a duel analysis series where I will actually take the replay of me using the deck and walk through it play by play, telling you what I did, what cards did what, and why I chose what I did. Just kind of walking you through my thought process and through the deck as I go through these plays, so you can really get an understanding of how the deck works and how you can play it yourself. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really helps a lot. Leave a comment as well if you have any comments at all. Share this with as many people as you can. Anybody who plays Yu-Gi-Oh that you know. Anybody who likes e-girls, because this is largely named as the e-girl deck. And make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss the duel analysis videos when I start those. I will upload the first one fairly shortly after this video is uploaded. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and you all have a great day.